And I spent most of my weekend playing Tekken 8. Well, some of my weekend playing Tekken 8 because there were a couple of issues. Now, let's get into this shenanigans, if we will. Tekken 8 came out on Thursday afternoon-ish. It was at like 5 o'clock p.m. The game came out immediately. It was a blast, right? Like, just looking at the game is beautiful. Seeing things happen in the game. At first, I thought it was going to be a little bit too much, right? Because they have the new heat system and counter hit stuff, like the camera changes and shenanigans. And Automatic is gifting Squidly a subscrition. Everybody give a round of applause. Oh, no, man. I mean, spending money on your own show, you know. How am I not gonna give that up? But anyway, so I got a couple of things that are good and some things that need some improvements about Tekken 8. Let's take a gander, shall we? And preemptive apology. All right, I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, first, the game is super exciting to watch. It's like a breath of fresh air. The Eris, I tend to agree with Eris a lot. I think him and I share a lot of opinions. And the way Eris put it was that Tekken 8 was such a defensive game where turtling was almost encouraged.
You mean 7?
What?
You mean Tekken 7? Sorry, I'm wrong.
Oh, did I say Tekken 8? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tekken 7 was a game that it rewarded slow play, right? Like if you could turtle and you would win. So Harada and the team over at Bandai Namco, the Tekken team, decided to completely tackle that challenge, and I think they succeeded with flying colors. The game is so much fun. You can kind of go ham, as we saw even this weekend with Sokobi winning over a Shadow 20Z with King. Like, he would do some crazy, like, throw mix-ups. He was, like, using, like, a bunch of crazy shit. It was awesome. It was awesome. It's almost like you're having, like, a different, like, you grew up with like just vanilla ice cream and then you have cookies and ice cream for the first time. It's like, whoa, this can be a thing. It's pretty crazy. I'm a fan. Next, this is the first Tekken game that I have ever seen that has actual tutorials, right? They have a whole mode dedicated to teaching people how to play the game competitively. It's called Arcade Quest. It's really, really hokey and a little bit kitschy, but it is like an abbreviated FGC experience. It's awesome. It's literally like, oh, you go to this arcade, you enter a local tournament, and then, like, you know, you have the one guy who's an asshole, because there are assholes everywhere in every community. And then, like, you got the one guy who's like, hey, kid, I see you're new. Let me show you the ropes. And then you get integrated in a community and you have a great time. And then you start traveling and then you have fun, you know? So, and the entire time they keep, as a former teacher, one of the most important things I think they did is that they teach you one concept at a time, so you get to focus on one thing. First, it's like, oh, here's how you use the heat system. And then you focus on, well, like, one whole tournament is just you focusing on the heat system. Next is Tekken air combos. Here's how Tekken air combos work. Then, like, they focus just on that, and you get, like, little missions, and they designed it so well. I'm super happy with it. It's an actual Tekken tutorial, which, to my understanding, is, like, a miracle, right? Like, that, if you would have told somebody who was playing like Tekken 6 that there would be a mode in Tekken that would teach you how to play, people would think you're nuts. So I'm super happy with that. It was really fun. And this is the best the netcode has ever been for Tekken. This is a really low bar, but it's really good compared to other Tekkens. Is it the best netcode ever? No. Is it good? Yeah. You can actually have matches, even if, like, they're a little stuttery, they're playable. So you can play your friends and not worry about delay. It's great. And if you're somebody who doesn't know any better and like delay-based netcode, you can set it. You can set it in the options. So yeah, they got a little something out there for everybody. I'm a fan. Excuse me. Next.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot to breathe and then I had the cough. I'm getting excited, man. I like Tekken. Tekken 8's cool.
Let me mute my microphone.
Let's get into the stuff that needs improvements. First, what the hell is wrong with the Tekken team and Bandai Namco? There are security issues with this game, for those of you that don't know. If you're playing online, somebody who, if you play against another PC player, they can get your IP address. And that's really bad. Why? We were shown that this weekend. A couple of big-time streamers actually got DDoSed, which is a denial service attack, which is basically they just overload your internet and your internet don't work no more. That's really bad. And this was an issue in Tekken 7 too, so the fact that it's still there is very worrisome. So I really hope that they take a good look at that, because that is like the one thing that I think has hampered this experience for almost everybody, right? Nobody wants to play PC players. Everybody's just sitting there. If you play on PC, you're just sitting there saying no until you get like a console wired connection. And if you watch artists like I do, you see the frustration happen. It's deflating. It's deflating. It's very sad. Next, the optimization in this game is rough. And I say optimization from a coding perspective. This game is 108 gigabytes. Just to give you a comparison, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League is 45 gigabytes, and that game is like this whole thing, right? So while there is a lot of content in Tekken, and it is Unreal 5, everything looks really pretty, everything takes up so much room, right? So that's a little bit tough, especially for people who are playing on console where you have like a 256 gigabyte hard drive. This takes like a quarter, like not even a quarter, like almost 3/4 of that, right? So that's a little bit rough. I wish they would have spent a little more time trying to optimize stuff. Hopefully that's a thing they look at in the future. And they had some launch issues. For those of you that were here on the stream, I played one match in online mode, and then the game crashed. And then I tried to play another match, game crashed. Tried it a third time, 3 strikes and you're out. And then I gave up and went to bed. So luckily things have been getting fixed. I've been playing offline. I've been playing online while not streaming, and that's been a blast. So it's nice to see that they're looking at it. Harada confirmed that there are a couple of issues with the replay servers that they're looking into. From what I've seen, I haven't experienced any of that because I haven't played Tekken in a couple days. But from what I've seen, that's already fixed, so they're on top of some of the stuff. So that's pretty cool. But overall, this installation of Tekken 8 was very worrisome, right? Especially for a game that relies so much on legacy skill, right? Like Tekken has been largely the same for like decades at this point. Heck, Tekken 7 has been around for like almost a decade at this point. So seeing a new installation, and they were taking so many chances with it, pay off, and it feel like I said, a new flavor of ice cream, a breath of fresh air, is amazing. And seeing that reflected in the tournament this weekend and how exciting things were, I don't think it's just a honeymoon phase thing. I think the game is actually going to be pretty exciting to watch moving forward. So those are my thoughts. That are my thoughts on on Tekken 7, Tekken 8. Damn it, I don't know numbers, man. I'm illiterate.